so it is Wednesday morning, it's windy, but it ain't rainy, so take advantage of that. Picked up a whacker yesterday, gonna compact all of this base, run it through, so it's nice and firm. Obviously got our shutter line set up yesterday, so we're gonna get this whacked, get that taken back, and then start setting the timbers up all the way around. So yeah, I'll get that cracked on and see how we go. Right, so we just picked up all the materials for shuttering and we are back on the job and making a start. So got the blocks coming in. We've got, say, one load already, and just covering up because we're not going to start building until next Monday, so it's going to have a good 4 days sat. So what we're just starting doing now is getting the perimeter shutter on. So we just squared off the house, put one batten through, just got to extend that last small bit there. But so the object is to get this batten is our top of concrete, which is a 25mm higher than the patio, so no water runs back. We're going to be using our steel pins to pin a 6x2 around this section here, because this is all ground that needs retaining. And yeah, probably gonna reinforce the back of this with a few pins too. So get the tripod set up and we'll start making a move on the shutter and see how that goes. So that is the shuttering all in and level to height. So let's do a few minor adaptations to this front part here where the patio runs. We just packed it up with a few blocks in places and shaved off the bank here to finish the complete set. So put in ample of these, well, I might put one more there, but of our steel pins, and hopefully that'll be enough strength, because so the concrete's pushing out and these are pretty firmly in there. A bit casualty, but yeah. So I got a few of these concrete chairs left over from one of our other pours, so I'm going to use these up in here. Probably just go 1, 2, 3, and hopefully we're going to have a decent amount to do some of this. If not, we've got a bit of slab there and some reclaimed blocks and slab there to finish it up. But yeah, rain's just about coming in, so we'll get this all wrapped up. So that is the mesh all in and ready to be poured. So it's sat on a decent amount of these white concrete chairs. So what the technical name for them is, but yeah, obviously explain, we got a SRAM mat through there, wedged under the concrete, so when the concrete sits on top, there's not a lot of room for that to move, because we are going to chipping up the back of there through, just to make it a bit more accessible and easy to work around. So yeah, I'll probably cut to when I'm pouring concrete, so see you then. so there's about half the concrete in, and yeah, it's going in quite easily. So you don't know, but sort of round the corner, got the mixer set up, and we're just tipping up the concrete on the truck. Right, so that's the first load of concrete in, and it is roughly about half. So yeah, we're looking good for the amount. Reason I'm just checking this, it's the concrete rake blade is sort of about 75 mil. So what I'm just doing, if you noticed in the video, is just sort of grading it off, and the blade is sitting near enough level to the top of the shutter all the way round. So when I'm grading it off, sort of keeping it, so this is why I've sort of leveled it out preemptively. So yeah, truck shouldn't be too far away. Unfortunately, we had a problem with the volumetrics this morning. The aggregate supplier didn't turn up. Didn't turn up. So yeah, we've had to go to another concrete yard, which is about 45 minutes away, whereas the volumetric yard's about 10 minutes. So yeah, making good progress. That's what we're doing. We're just tipping up, land it on the boards, and obviously mixing up and then barreling it through. So yeah, hopefully the next load ain't too far away. So I think that's time to have a spot of lunch. Lovely. Right, so that is the slab all poured and in. So use a straight edge to screed it off level the whole way through. Then I just quickly used the mag, lovely tool, debating whether getting a shorter one to float up smaller places, but yeah, so I've just given it a quick pass over with that, just to bring that up to the top. So yeah, just gonna probably let it pitch off for a few hours, clean out all the tools, barrows, and then debating on how it dries. We've got the blue ball float, whatever you want to call it, got that here to give it one big pass over. So yeah, get back to you then.